I want to talk a little bit today about the genealogy of Jesus Christ. We find that at the very beginning of the New Testament. This is Matthew chapter 1 from 1 to 17. What I want to tell you about this genealogy is that it's not just a list of really long and strange names, but there's a significance in it. It tells us a little bit about Jesus' mission, why he came, but it also shows us that Jesus just didn't appear in a vacuum. He didn't just come as a full-grown man in the Middle East, but he was actually born a child with human DNA, with human genetics, and that is very exciting. So let's look at the passage, let's read it. It's Matthew chapter 1, verses 1 to 17. A record of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar, Perez the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram, Ram the father of Minadab, and Minadab the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon, Salmon the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab, Boaz the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth, Obed the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife, Solomon the father of Rehoboam, Rehoboam the father of Abijah, Abijah the father of Asa, Asa the father of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat the father of Jehoram, Jehoram the father of Uzziah, Uzziah the father of Jotham, Jotham the father of Ahaz, Ahaz the father of Hezekiah, Hezekiah the father of Manasseh, Manasseh the father of Amnon, and Amnon the father of Josiah, and Josiah the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of exile to Babylon. After the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel, Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel, Zerubbabel the father of Abiud, Abiud the father of Eliakim, Eliakim the father of Azor, Azor the father of Zadok, Zadok the father of Achim, Achim the father of Eliud, Eliud the father of Eleazar, Eleazar the father of Matthan, Matthan the father of Jacob, and Jacob the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. In the genealogy that we just read, there are some very strange names, but there's also names that we know and we've heard of. What I want to tell you about the people in this genealogy is they were a real mix and motley crew. We start with Abraham. We know his name. He was an incredible man of faith. You can read about him in Genesis, but he was also a man who made quite a few mess-ups. And then, strangely, we've got Tamar, and women aren't normally in genealogies. And the thing about Tamar is that she's got a really strange story. She's a lady who dresses up as a prostitute and sleeps with her father-in-law. This is odd, and her children, Perez and Hezron, I think it is, are in that genealogy of Jesus Christ. That's weird. We also move on to Rahab, another woman who again was a prostitute. She's in there. And then we've got Ruth, the incredible story of Ruth who meets Boaz. She's faithful to her mother-in-law. She goes with her and looks after her. She's an incredible, noble lady. But she is from a Moabite clan, which in biblical times was the lowest of the low. They were really people that, that other people looked down on. So it's incredible that she's in there as well. We've got David, and we know about King David. This, again, incredible man, this man of God's own heart, as the Bible says. But we've got his child Solomon in there, who was born of Bathsheba, who is the lady that he actually committed murder for and adultery. Then we move on, and I've just picked a couple of kings. We've got Manasseh, who started off doing really evil things before God, but then had a repentant heart and changed his way. And his son Amnon, who just did evil things and never repented, some really, really wicked things. And these people are in the history, the family tree of Christ. I find that amazing. And what I want you to get from this is that Jesus Christ came to a family of sinners. He came to a family of people who were dysfunctional, who did really awful things, but he loved them, and he came to redeem them as much as he came to redeem us. And what I want to say as well is that Jesus didn't just come for Israel. He didn't just come for one type of person. People in the family tree, we want to talk about Ruth. She wasn't from Israel, or even Rahab. She was from Jericho. She wasn't from Israel. So Jesus comes for every race and every type of person. He comes from male, he comes for female, he comes for all. And so what I want you to know this Christmas is that you don't need to feel that you are too bad and too far gone to be loved by Christ. He came to a family tree of sinners for other people like us who are sinners saved by grace. So be encouraged this Christmas. That's it.